Mm. That was not fun.
Tech that helps you stay centered.
Yep. I'm gonna head right to my animatronics. Hey guys, I'm here. Oh, wow. Seems like Foxy chases out the hallway. Oh, look at you, Foxy. Yeah, I look a lot better. Yeah, you do. So, what you guys doing? This song is awesome. Yeah, we just wanted to put it on. I know. So, how was your sad day of your motion of your twin? I don't know. He was crazy, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. He was killing me. How many times? Way too many times. Ouch. It's like he's like an animatronic like you guys, but stronger. Well, don't let him get into your head, though. I know, he said no coffee. Oh. Yeah. Well, in the bright side, Jakey, you're here. Yeah, I'm here with you guys, so, I should be a little happy, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Look at Jakey go. I mean, I love this song, so... There you go, Jakey. Yeah, bring all the sadness out. Well, I can't bring all the sadness out. I still have a lot of sadness in me. Well, you're a really good knight. Thanks. And the giant sea goes wild. Wow, that's funny. You said John Cena goes wow. Yeah. You okay, Jakey? Yeah, a little bit. Look at Jakey. Wow, look at Jakey go. So, Jakey, what else do you want to do? I don't know, probably just chill with you guys, I guess. Because I don't feel like doing my job right now. You don't? No. I'm still a little depressed, you know. Oh. Yeah, you are kind of depressed, though. I'm sorry, Jakey. Yeah, don't worry about it. Not to worry, I'm fine. You sure? Yep. The sadness is taking over. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over fnaf. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over fnaf. The sadness is taking over fnaf. The fnaf, fnaf. Sadness is taking over fnaf. Sadness. Sadness, 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 sadness is taking over fnaf. The sadness is taking over. Sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness, the sadness, the sadness, yeah. The sadness is taking over. The sadness, yeah, yeah. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over the United States. The sadness is taking over. The sadness, just bring the sadness. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over all the way. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness taking over. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness, the sadness, the sadness is taking over the sadness. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the town. Yeah, yeah. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness takes over the pizza. The sadness taking over the microphone. The sadness the sadness taking over the town. The sadness is taking over, down. The sadness, the sadness is taking over, down the town. The sadness makes you look so sad and you like feels so sadness. The sadness is taking over. 2, 3, 4. The sadness is taking over now. The sadness is bringing everyone down. The sadness is everywhere. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. Sadness. The sadness is taking over the downtown. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness is taking over the pizza. The sadness is taking over. over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is just shaking. The sadness is gonna take over. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness is just taking over. The sadness just bringing us down. The sadness just burning us to half to pieces. The sadness, the sadness, the sadness, the sadness, the sadness, sadness. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over this stage. The sadness, the star, the star, the star. The star, the star, the star, the star. The star, the star, the star, the star, star. The sadness, star, the star, the star, the star, the star. The sadness, the star, the star, the star, the star, the star. The sadness, the star, the star, the star, the star, the star. The sadness, the star, the star, the star, the star, the star. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over now. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. Sadness. The star. The sadness is taking over the stage. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness, the saddest, status, the sadness, the status, the sadness, you feel like you're so sad and overwhelmed and hating yourself for no reason. The sadness is bringing you down like crazy. The sadness, the saddest, the sadness is bringing you down like status. The sadness. The saddest, the sadness is bringing you down. The sadness, the sadness, the saddest, the sadness is taking over you right now. The sadness, the saddest, sadness, the sadness, pizza, the sadness, the sadness, the sadness. SADD, the sadness, sadness, the sadness, the saddest, sadness, it's gonna take over the world. The sadness, it's just gonna make you wanna die. The sadness, the saddest, the sadness, it's gonna make you wanna die. The sadness, the saddest, sadness, the saddest. The saddest, sadness. The sada, 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 sadness, the sada, sadness, the sada, sadness, the sadness is taking over the world. The sadness is taking over the balloons. The sadness is taking over the table. The sadness is everywhere you see. Sad. The sadness, the sadness. You draw so sad. You draw so sad. The way you look make you look sad. My ears are the saddest of them all. The saddest, the saddest. Foxy, you make me feel so sad. You're never on. Sad. The saddest, the saddest. Gotcha, you're making me so sad. You're never on. Sad. Masters, masters, you're making me feel so bad. Sadness, 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 this sadness. Sad, sadness, the sadness is make me feel so sadness. I'm so feeling super sad. So sadness is taking over now. It's taking over Jakey's body. The sadness is checking all away. The sadness is taking over Jakey's body. The sadness, the saddest sadness, the saddest sadness, the saddest taking over Jakey. The saddest sadness, the saddest taking over Jakey. The saddest sadness, the saddest is taking over Jakey. The saddest saddest, the saddest. The sadness is taking over everybody. The sadness is taking over bodies, souls. The sadness is taking over JK. The sadness is taking over JK. The sadness, yeah. The sadness, it's taking over JK body. The sadness is taking over JK. The sadness is taking over JK. The sadness, the sadness, the sadness is taking over JK. The sadness, the saddest, the saddest. The sad is taking over you, JK. The world is super sad. JK. The sadness is taking over. The sad. The sad. The sad is taking over Jakey's body. The sad. The sad is taking over Jakey's body. The sad taking over bodies. The sad it's taking over, yeah. It's taking over, taking over. It's taking over, taking over, yeah. It's taking over. It's taking over. It's taking over. It's taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is all over the town, all over the town. The sadness taking over the town. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the town. 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 The saddest is taking over the town. Sad. This pretty so sad. just be so sad. You're just so sad. You're just so sad. You're just so sad. You're just so sad. You just so sad. You just doing what? You just have to be a little depressed. When you be depressed, you feel a lot better. When you feel sick, you feel like your mother. When you feel dead, you feel like you're animatronic. Just dream about swimming away. Just dream about being so dead. Just dream. Spotter. So sad. So sad. The soda sad. The soda so sad. The soda so sad. So sad. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is a thing. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. Think about the pizza. Just think about the pizza. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. Think about. I. The sadness is taking over you, Jakey. I'm sorry that the sadness taking over you. I'm sorry that you really hate yourself. I'm sorry. Sadness. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. Oh, sorry. The sadness is taking over me. The sadness is taking over me. The sadness is taking over me. The sadness taking over me. The sadness is taking over me right now. The sadness, the sadness is taking over me when I think about you. When I think about you, when I think about you, when I think about you, masters, when I think that I'm gonna lose everything, when I think, the sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria.
My name is Christina, and I'm so excited to be here today to share with you guys some very amazing news.
The sadness is taking over the sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. The sadness, the sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, 3, 4, 5. The sadness, the sadness, the saddest, 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 saddest, it's taking over, drinking. It's taking over, drinking. It's taking over, darling, yeah. It's taking over, darling. It's taking over right now. The sadness is taking over. The sadness. Sadness. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, sadness. I feel depressed. I feel depressed. Everything's fading away when I see it. Everything is fading away when I see it. Everything is fading away from me. I can see it, I can feel it, I can see everything is fading away, Bonnie. It's fading away from me. Everything is fading away. 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 Everything I do, everything I feel, everything I do, and everything I feel, everything is fading away. Even all my masters are fading away. Everything is so sadness. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness. The sadness. The pizzeria is full of sadness. Yeah. The sadness is taking over the night guard. The sadness is taking over the night guard. Yeah, the sadness is taking over the night guard. The sadness taking over the night guard. I'm sorry. The sadness is taking over me. 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 I feel so depressed, I feel overwhelmed, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I feel like crap, I feel so stupid, I feel everything, I feel all these motions, I feel like crap, I feel like I'm stupid, I feel I'm not doing it right, I feel I'm losing everyone, I feel like no one wants to hang out with me. I feel like I'm worthless. Who needs friends when you can have some masters? Worthless. I'm worthless and piece of crap. I'm garbage ass crap. Yeah. The sadness is taking over my body. The sadness is making me think I am. The sadness is making me think I'm worthless. The sadness, the saddest sadness. The sadness, the saddest sadness. The sadness, it's sada. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the saddest sadness. I feel a bit alone in the deep end. I feel deep and alone in the deep end. I feel alone in the deep end. I feel alone in the deep end. I feel alone in the deep end. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness, 3, 4, 5. The sadness, bring it. The sadness, to bring it. The sadness, to bring it. The sadness, the sadness. Do the sadness, bringing it down. The bringing it down, bringing it down. The sadness. I think I'm gonna fail. I'm thinking they're gonna fail, yeah. The sadness, the sadness, it's taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness, the sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, yeah. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over your body, Jakey. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over you, Foxy. The sadness of this beautiful song. The sadness of this beautiful song. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness. Yeah. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. Boom. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizza. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. 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 The sadness the sada, 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 the sada, the sada, the sada, 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 the sada is taking over sada of the pizzeria. The sada is taking over the pizzeria. The sada is taking over the pizzeria. The sada is taking over the pizzeria. Hi. Anyways, the sada is taking over the pizzeria. The sada, sada. The sadness, the sadness, the sadness, the sadness, the sadness, the sadness. Ow, 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 ow. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over. The sadness, the saddest, da 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 da. The saddest, sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness, the sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, the sadness is taking over the pizzeria. It's taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. The sadness, the sadness. I'm sorry. The sadness is taking over. The sadness taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over. Yeah. Yeah. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizza. The sada taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. Woo, 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 woo. The sadness is taking over. Taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness, oh, the sada, oh, the sada, oh, the sada, oh, the sada, the sada, the sadness, yeah, sadness, yeah, sada. You dream of a mouse in your bedroom. You look at the mouse. You look so sad. When you look at your pizza, you feel inside. You told your mom, I'm feeling sad. But she doesn't understand. All she says is, be happy, but all you look like is you are frowning. You're frowning. You look so sad. You go to the go to the pizzeria. You look so sad. It's sad. Sada. The sadness. I'm feeling that way right now. I'm feeling it. 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 I am feeling the sadness. I'm feeling it. 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 The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The horror. The sadness of the horror. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over. The sadness. The sadness is taking over. Can you understand? Can you understand? Can you understand? Can you understand? The pizzeria's going down to town. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over now. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. Oh, I eat it. 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 Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. I eat it. 'Cause sadness will so eat it. Yeah. I eat it. I eat it for the sadness. Yeah. I eat it. I eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. I eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. I sadness. Oh, that was crazy. I know. I just wanted to make you laugh. I'm joking. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking up the pizzeria. The sadness. Ain't that you, Jakey? Hey. Oh. The sadness. Oh, you're so hyper today. And crazy. I can't believe I have a Foxy. That's crazy. Oh. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. What the heck is wrong with you? What the heck? The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. No, they can just listen to it. Okay. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The town, the school, the house, the car, the school, the store, Walmart, Target, the taco, it's sadness in the taco, it's sadness, yeah, it's sadness, The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizza. The sadness when you feel the sadness deep inside. The sadness when you have trouble in school. You feel so sad that you're gonna fail. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over. The sadness. The sadness. Oh, the sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the town. The sadness is taking over the candy. The sadness, the sada is taking over. The sada The sadness is taking over Target. The sada is taking over Walmart. The sadness. The sadness is taking over. The sadness. The sadness. Whoa, what the heck? Whoa, the sadness, just look in your eyes. The sadness, the sadness go wild. What the heck? It does not. The saddest, yo. The saddest day of the universe. The saddest day of the universe. The sadness. The sadness. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. Yeah. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. Taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness. Whoa, yeah. Hello. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. the sadness, the saddest, saddest, saddest sadness, the sadness, S-A-D-D-D, the sadness, what the heck? There's no 2 D's in sad, man. Shut up, Jakey. Sadness, the sadness, the saddest, saddest, saddest sadness. The saddest sadness, saddest sadness, the saddest sadness, the saddest saddest sadness, the saddest saddest sadness. Yo, the saddest 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 sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. I. The sadness. The sadness, ouch. The sadness, ouch, Kai. The sadness, ouch. The sadness, ouch, Kai. What the heck is wrong with you? The sadness, ouch, Kai. The sadness, ouch, Kai. The sadness, sadness, sadness. The sadness is sadness over Kai. The saddest sadness, the sadness. The saddest, saddest, saddest sadness. The sadness is taking over Kai right now. Wait, what? What the heck? Yeah. The sadness is taking over Kai. Oh my god. Man, it's so stupid. The sadness is taking over Kai. The sadness, the saddest, sadness. The sadness is taking over Kai. Yeah, boy. The saddest sadness is taking over Kai. The sadness is taking over your mother. Wait, what? The sadness. You're so ridiculous right now. Is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the saddest sadness. Ow! The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness. Have you ever dreamed? Oh, have you ever dreamed? Have you ever dreamed about so much sadness? Have you ever dreamed about some sadness in your soul? Have you ever dreamed about some sadness in your soul? Have you ever dreamed some sadness in your soul? Have you ever dreamed about sadness in your soul? Hey, have you ever dreamed about some sadness? Have you ever dreamed about some sadness in your soul? Sada. The sadness is taking over the freaking pizzeria. Hey! The sadness, saddest sadness, the saddest sadness, the saddest sadness, the sadder. 3, 4, 5. Sadder, the saddest. I'm so sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. The sorry. The sadness. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The saddest. Yeah. What you say, JK? JK. Sadness. the sadness is taking over, yeah. Oh, sadness, the sadness, yeah, taking over, yeah. Sadness, ayy, sick it, oh, sadness, ayy, sitting it, yo, sadness, ayy, sitting it, yo, sadness, sadness, the sadness, yeah, it's taking over, y'all. Sadness taking over, y'all. Sadness taking over, y'all. Sadness taking over, y'all. Sadness, the sadness is taking over, y'all. What? Sadness taking over, y'all. What? Sadness taking over, y'all. What? Sadness, the sadness taking over, y'all. The over, y'all. Huh? The sadness, huh? The sadness. How was it, Jakey? That was good. The sadness is taking over, over. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. How I feel. Sad, I feel. So sad today. The sadness is taking over my soul. Sadness, the sadness. The sadness taking over people's souls. What the heck? I'm sorry. I just had to say that. That is pretty funny. Hello, but I gotta focus. We gotta. The sadness is taking over the soul. The sadness is taking over the soul, right? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. The sadness taking over people's soul. The sadness. The sadness taking over people's soul. The sadness. Hey, break it down, Bonnie. Oh, yeah, there you go, Bonnie. Break it down, bro. Sadness. The sadness is taking over people. So, the sadness. The sadness. Sadness. Yow, wow. Yow, wow. The yow, wow. The sadness. The sadness is taking over. The sadness. The sadness. I. Who's Taylor? You feeling okay?
That is so silly.
Yeah, I just need to focus. Okay.
Hurt his lips.
The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. I even talked to Taylor's sister, and she's pretty nice. I mean, she is a sister after all. Yeah, just Taylor never hang out with me anymore. I mean, I need to focus. Yeah, you do need to focus. Yeah, I do. Okay. The sadness is taking over. The sadness. Okay, calm down, Foxy, I get it. I'm sorry, I'm just so hyper, it so happens. I'm really hyper today. The sadness taking over people's bodies. The sadness. Hey, Jakey, what's your name? You just said it. Jakey, what's your name? Jakey. Jakey plus sadness. Plus Jakey. Oh my god. Wow. Get it? Cause your middle name is Sadness?
Emily.
I mean,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
There's no such thing. What? Nothing. Let's just focus. Got it. Okay, okay. Sada, the sada, sadness, yeah! The sadness taking over. The sadness, the blood all over your face. The blood, the face. I'm sorry that you got bullied earlier. Sadness, the sadness. The sadness, sadness. What? I need to focus. Oh, God, I'm embarrassed. Sadness, the sadness. Focus. I know. I'm just looking at freaking comments. Focus. If you want this song to be perfect, you gotta focus. You're a part of the song. I know. I'm just a little sad. I know. Just put that emotion in the song. The sadness is taking over my body. The sadness. The sadness. The sada. The sadness. Hot potato. What the heck? You call me a potato? Yeah, I called you a potato. Ow! I'm sorry! Oh my god. Look, I'm sick, okay? I know. 4, 5, yeah! Did you just say 3, 4, 5? What the heck is wrong with you? I don't know. I mean, how's this funny? I guess his own way. Sexy style. Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh no. Yeah. The sexy style. Oh no. Foxy. Bad Foxy. The sexy style. The sadness taking over. The sadness, sexy sadness style. Oh my god. What is wrong with you? Sadness, the sadness, sexy style. Come on, JK, I gotta add some beats into it. I mean, sure. Come on, JK, I gotta add some beats in it, bruh. Gotta add some beats, bruh. Hello. The sadness. Genius. I'm just kidding. Hello. The sadness, the looks of the eyes, the pizza, the mouse, the cat, the dog, the chicken, the house, the cat, the target, Walmart. What else? Taco, the taco. Come alive. Taco. Make me fly. Taco. Come alive. Taco. Make me fly. Make me shake. What? Okay, I'm about to say like, Foxy, what now? Bonnie, that's your move, boy. What are you doing, man? I'm listening to your conversation. Yeah, but you gotta follow him along, bruh. Oh no.
Sadness. The sadness. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. Tell me, Daddy. The daddy. There is.
Excuse me, moi? What? I said, excuse me, moi. What is... Who the heck is this person? Is this Bon Egg? Hello. Bon Egg? What's wrong with you, Jake? This is not supposed to be a laughing matter right now. I mean, it could be a laughing matter, a sadness matter. The sadness dance and sadness go. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Yeah. Woo! LOL, Jakey. Do the dab. Okay. I'm sorry. Focus. Sadness, the sadness. Yeah! What the heck, Foxy? What? Confront. What are you talking about? I don't know. He's probably talking some crazy stuff. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking crazy. I mean, confront who? Somebody is. Anyways. I think he was talking about Taylor. Nah! Why would Taylor be his friend? I mean, if they are... I mean, I gotta focus. The sadness of the sadness. The sadness, they're taking over. The sadness. Yo. His eyes, he's staring. The sadness. Oh, hey, Sada, hey, I saddy, yeah, cause I'm net trying, yeah, then you sounding, yeah, cause I ain't saddy, yeah, cause I ain't saddy, yeah. Sadness is filling up the room. The 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 sadness. Do you want to end the episode now? Yeah. The sadness is taking over my body. The sadness. The sadness taking over. The sadness. sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, I'm feeling so down. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. Yeah, sadness, the sadness. The sadness is taking. Hey, you guys. The sadness taking over. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness. Oh yeah, JD, break it down, boy. Woo! Yeah, that's my song, man. The sadness is taking over. The sadness taking over Target. The sadness is taking over everything. The sadness is taking over. The sadness, sadness. People that in my world are feeling sad 'cause nobody is talking to them. Sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, the sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. Ow, 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 beat the pizzeria, mother hoovers! Well, you are the winner, so you beat the pizzeria. Yeah, I beat the pizzeria. Mother hoover! Ow, 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 ow. So if you get a microphone. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. I'll get your guitar, Thank you. Yep. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness, sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sadness is taking over. The sadness is taking over right now. Yo, wow, yeah, wow, 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 yeah, wow, 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 wow. That was really good. Yow, wow, 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 wow. The sadness is taking. The sadness is taking. The sadness. The sadness is taking. 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 The sadness. The sadness is taking. The sadness is taken. The sadness is taken. What? I don't. Yeah, Draco don't play. Yeah, Draco don't play Roblox. The sada, the sadness, 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 the sada, the sadness. Sada, sada, the sadness. Meow. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Sadness is taking over. Sadness is taking over. The sadness is so many people. So why? The 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 sadness. Ready? Go. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. Sadness. Sadness is taking over the pizzeria. Hey, the sadness is taking. What? Fox, why are you up there? Wow. Yeah. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sada, the sada sadness. The sadness is taking over the pizzeria. The sada, the sada sadness. The sadness taking over the pizzeria. The sada, the sada sadness. The sadness, the sada, the sada sadness. The sada sadness. On the stage, night guard. Because I'm singing a freaking song. What? Oh man, that's really funny. Did you just use my letters? Excuse me. Oh man, this is funny. He's gonna join you, JG Poo! Ah! Jesus Christ, Foxy. How can you join me if you I don't know. That's bullcrap. Wait, did I just saw 2 mangoes? I'm so sad. I'm so sad, yeah, yeah. Why can't you stay? Why can't you stay forever? Why can't you stay? Why can you stay? Stay. Why can't you stay? Stay. Why can't you stay? Why can you stay? Why can't you stay? Why can't you stay? Why can't you stay? Why can you stay? Why can't you stay? Stay. I'm Superman. We're both Superman. 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 Ready? Superman. Super sadness. The sadness. Sadness. Bring on some shit. The sadness. Wow. How many people is in this rock band? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no, that's not me. That's my answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dang, I got 6 people? Dang, son. Dang. Hello, you're way too funny. I know, I'm good. I'm the front desk. Ow! You sound like a werewolf. Bro, you. Wow! LOL. You sound like a werewolf. I'm a fox. I'm Foxy the Pirate. Would you like some pizza? Welcome to the pizzeria. LOL. Welcome to the pizzeria. That's Sonic. Good for you! LOL. What's that one song? That song I like to listen to. Not this one. This one is the this one is the sadness song. So I gotta I have to keep this song with me because that's the name of the song. It's called Sadness. That's not the actual name, but to me it's sad. So Foxy, can you put on the song that I like, that I sing, like I make my own song out of? Like, you know the Sky one, the when they sleep and all that stuff. Oh yeah, I don't remember that song. Can you find it? I think I can. Let's see, Jakey. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Cause it's like, it's a good song and let's see. Can you find it? I'm looking for it. Wait, I still don't. Let me see. Let me see if I still have the I think I still have it. Let me see. I mean, I'm checking on my phone right here. Yeah. Are you freaking kidding me? Another update? Freaking crap. It's sleep. Maybe a sleep song. Sleep something. Or was it sleep music? I don't remember. Sleep song. Violin, right? Was it a violin? Was it? I don't really remember the song. I mean, was it a violin or guitar? I don't remember. I know, me neither. I don't think it was. I don't think it was sleep song. Um. he doesn't know what he's talking about. um. Let's see if I can. Where is it? It was in the relaxing music. Relax. It was in the relaxing music suite. Let's see. What the heck? Oh my god, stop hitting me. Why are you hitting me? Stop. Why do you keep hitting me? Stop him. Please stop him. Thank you. Because I'm trying to find the song that I like. Is it? Ow! Stop! Or I cannot kick him out. Oh, no, maybe that's it. No, this is not it, but I could try to find it. I mean, that's a beautiful song, but that's not it. Okay, where is it? You forgot the name of it? Yes, Jake. Yes, but I forgot the name of it. It's been so long since I listened to it, so I won't remember the whole beat of the song or something. That's fine, Jakey. You don't have to remember every beat. I know, but that song is like the most song that I listened to. Remember the time when I listened to it? Yeah, and you were singing? Exactly. Maybe you need to go back to that time and find the song that way. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I can do that. Why don't you just go to the one that has the song. The one with Aaron, well, not Aaron, I forgot his name. But the one with that. Yeah, the one with the ship. Yeah, exactly. Only if I can find it. You should be able to find it though. I don't know where it is. I forgot it, so I mean, it's very easy, JP, this song. I know. But I gotta see if I can find it. Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since you listened to it, so true. I mean, hopefully, because I did it twice. There it is. Okay, I think I found it. Nope. Not it. Let's see. Okay. No, that's not it. There it is. Just sleep. Just sleep. just sleep, just sleep, just sleep. Just sleep, just sleep, just sleep in the clouds. Just sleep, just think about the stars. Just sleep, just sleep, just sleep, just sleep, just sleep, baby boy, just sleep, baby boy, just sleep, just sleep, just sleep, just sleep. Just sleep, just Just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, I just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream about the stars. Jackie, I gotta go recharge. Okay. Bye. Ow! Bye. Jesus, you don't have to hit me. Foxy, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, Bonnie. Foxy's the hottest one. Ouch! Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream. Dream about the stars, dream about the sky. Dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Dream about the stars. Dream, just dream. Dream, just dream, just dream. Wait, what the fuck? I mean, but, Foxy? This is fuck. That's weird. Anyways, just, are you serious? Just dream, are you serious? Can this dude stop, man? Just dream. Man, he won't stop. Stop it! Just dream about the gold in your eyes. Just dream, baby boy. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, stars, just dream in the sky, just dream in the sky, just dream. Just dream about the stars. Just dream, my darling. Just dream, just dream, just dream. Dream, just dream us. Just dream, just dream, just the stars. Just dream. Just dream, just dream. The gold in your eyes. Just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream. Dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, stars, dream of the sky. just dream, just dream. Just dream, just know the sky. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just the stars, just dream of the stars, just dream, dream, just dream, just dream of the stars, just dream of the sky, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream of the sky. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream for leaves. Just dream for dreaming until you let it go. Just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream of these sounds. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Dream, just dream, just dream. Dream, just now. Just dream, just dream, just dream. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Dream, just dream, just dream. Actually, that song, the sadness song, I actually made that. I actually made it with my own words. I just had the song in the background and then I just, dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. I had song in the background and then I just sang my own song. So, you're not gonna be able to find it. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just drive away. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream your heart away. What the heck? You dream my mood's good. You believe that something was there, but that was only a dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dang, there's way too much people here. Dream, just drive away. Just dream, just dream. Just dream your heart. Anyways, time to end the video now. Well, thank you guys for watching, and Bonnie's like turned off right now. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and comment below what you guys think, and hit the bell, and comment if you guys think it was stupid, cool, or whatever. Anyways, bye guys! Dang.